When I say it is my job to build you a fandom like a K-pop fandom, this is what I mean. Kpop Demon Hunters took over this year's algorithm. From the movie to the songs, it hit a chord so deeply that it is now #1 movie ever on Netflix. And the song Golden has taken over the internet and sat on Billboard Top 100 for 8 consecutive weeks, #1, and has not been done by a girl group. And on top of that, a fictional girl group since Destiny's Child in the last 25 years. And all of this virality wasn't because of marketing. They didn't start marketing it until it started hitting virality, but it was all user-generated content, right down to the famous tennis player Novak Djokovic dancing to Soda Pop at the US Opens because his daughter loved it and he loved it too. That is the virality and the reason why I hit a chord. So in this video, we are breaking down how Kpop Demon Hunters was able to seal the Honmoon, the waves of virality that is so much part of our culture today, that Kpop Demon Hunters is the #1 most requested theme for Halloween this year. Hello, happy humans. I'm back. If you are new here, hi, my name is Lauren, like Lauren with an R, and I'm your social media grandma that has been doing social media marketing before some of you were even born to be on this app. And this is a place where we get to nerd out about marketing's biggest wins and fails, because marketing is what plants the seed for society's standards. And if we know how it works, we know how it hacks our brains. It has been a long time since I've posted because the world has been going through a big, great shakeout. And frankly, I had a little happy human that I've been growing and taking care of. And with the algorithm being taken over every other business day by the news, it really wasn't much for me to talk about. But I am coming back because this sealing of the Honmoon has to be nerded about. When you have amazing, good content that just hits that chord and seals the Honmoon of humanity, like we're not just talking the United States, we're talking it being #1 across multiple countries, major markets around the world. And that's just the first drop that creates a big wave of impact that we're talking about here. And yes, it was intentional because K-pop, the virality machine is already built in. You got K-pop idols, all different idols and artists covering Golden and a variety of different songs, from the dance moves to the songs, not only because Golden was such an amazing song, but it is a hard song and it is something that people want to recreate. It falls in the catalog of songs that you want to sing in karaoke to, but also songs that you want to like sing your heart out to. And this was all intentional. The producers were inspired by how virality of songs like BTS and others were able to unite people during the pandemic. And that happened. You start falling in love with Soda Pop. Golden rings you in. Takedown and How's It Done keeps you going and laughing and bopping. And then Free just makes you feel all the feels. And you know it's good when babies are obsessed with it like this one. And that child is basically the representation of my child, because the only song that gets her out of a tantrum is the song Golden. All of this organic wave happened because people were nerding out about the music, but then the commentary kicked in. And this is a thing to note. Every single post that is posted, what makes it go viral versus not viral is engagement, especially in the comments, the literal word of mouth. That's what took Kpop Demon Hunters to the next level. So much that people were like creating ad-lib songs about parents who are confused why their kids loved Kpop Demon Hunters, and then now they're obsessed with it too. Or commentary of the parents actually just listening to the whole soundtrack in their car and then feeling all the feels with Free. And it was waves and waves of people taking ownership of the vibe and the feels and the storyline and then running with. And it's 2 microwaves. You had the core Kpop Demon Hunter fans that were like talking about the tea, covering the songs, looking at the K-pop artists, talking about the Easter eggs and the directions of the movies and trying to nitpick every single thing. And then you had the secondary wave where people were like expanding on it and building a universe. Like there's a whole guy that created the storyline spinoff between Sussy and Derpy, which can honestly totally be a separate show in my opinion. And like obviously the biggest question is Jimmy coming back in Kpop Demon Hunter 2. And then you had the second wave of that that aren't part of the Kpop Demon Hunter universe commentary on it, from Jimmy Fallon to just creators who are not in the K-pop realm at all doing the song, because again, it has hit the like all-time cover zone type of music, not just a I love K-pop cover zone music, and people acting to the addiction of the song were like me every day this month. And you know it's reached peak level, similar to Pokemon, Star Wars, and other momentous movies that define our culture, is when it becomes the #1 requested costume for Halloween. All of those two waves are user-generated content that was not intentionally done or with press at all. The press came afterwards from the Empire State Turning Gold, interviews of people on how the real-life actors and the singers are literally the vibes of Huntrix and just them incarnate in real life. All of this was word of mouth because social media is a direct reflection of humanity. And just like this chart from OK Cool of the spaces of influence, Kpop Demon Hunters quite literally hit every single area because everybody was talking about it. And now we're making history. The power of this movie is that they had fandoms built in, similar to how you had Pokemon with Pikachu, Star Wars with Baby Yoda. They have built it in with Huntrix and Saja Boys, literally two fandoms with two fan sticks going on here. And Golden has just went double platinum, performing live on Jimmy Fallon and SNL and making history as the first girl group since Destiny's Child to be #1. And the power of Huntrix is coming full force because of the three artists, EJAE, Audrey Nuna, Rei Ami. They're all together, and honestly, they are each of those characters, Zoe, Mira, and Rumi incarnate, which makes total sense because they've been there since the beginning of the animations, and animations typically take inspo from the voice actors, and in this case, the singers. And frankly, I am in the camp of please do a world tour with these three amazing artists. And we're getting main character energy from EJAE, who is a trainee at SM, who literally was questioning if her voice was matching the K-pop idol package. And now it is the reason why she is coming out with a new solo, because people are obsessed over her voice. And that is how it's making history and beyond. And you must be wondering, why is this all happening? How is it happening? Why is it hitting this deep chord? Just click that subscribe button if you like more docs like this, where we're talking about how marketing sets into the culture of the world. In our world where Labubus and escapism is the game and every other business day there's crazy in the world, Kpop Demon Hunters came as a balm towards that ever-itching wound where literally it's about no more hiding, no more fighting. You're just born and meant to be. It is the anthem that is the antithesis to the biggest driver of what causes friction and chaos in our world, shame. And it is that balm so much that you actually had this guy where he was like, F you, for someone that was trying to manipulate him to make content that he was dancing to Golden. So you think they're gonna win an Oscar? Does it even matter because they're so popular? What are y'all most excited about to see for Kpop Demon Hunters 2? Comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make good choices, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.